I got you. Let it rap real quick. Look. The city eyes, it's time to vote God. My God, a real nigga, cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shot in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, but tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation falls till you fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times two. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. Colder than the avalanche, way above average. Fans taste sweet, told him make me an apple tree. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Java, come on, man, dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evans to a mall quad. Telling me how the crackers turn this childhood to a ghost town. Focus up, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no tangent. Try to warn them niggas, we bear arms like tarantulas. Them mother niggas rap, I make anthems. I really seen profits under this banner. Make my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty Diana. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo, spirit Asian, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Wardo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Pay me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Round with Yara down, just left the state bridge. Looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence,
You boy, you know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in, But that was my niggas, I'm in you. Got my nigga Rewan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding General, your honor. Straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown. I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, like you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talk the shit. Yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm reppin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start stepping. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because them, dap them, and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For I take your life or let you take mine. That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, shit got me feeling plain. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complex. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
All right. Shalom, Israel. Yahba Shem Shai Barak Thumb to the brothers. Yahba Shem Thumb Shem Shai to the sisters. I'm Priest Officer Farak holding down a Thursday scripture breakdown class for the ISUPK coming straight out of Arizona. All right, if you look at the very bottom of the screen, we got our class location, 12416 North 28th Drive. All right, we're in suite number 4. We're right off the corner of 28th Drive and Cactus. All right, if you're out here in Arizona, make sure you make your way to class, man. We got classes every Tuesday through Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. And every Saturday we hold our Sabbath service at 11 a.m. All right. So if you're watching online, you can see the title of tonight's class. Why doesn't the Most High do something about the California fires? There's a lot of people asking that question right now, and rightfully so. I understand. All right. Why doesn't the Most High do something about these fires? It's causing so many people to become homeless. It's causing so many people to, a lot of their valuable memories are being burnt up inside of their homes, right? Why doesn't the Most High do something about it? And I heard on one of these videos, there was some lady that was trying to escape, all right? Because these California fires, all right, for one, it's a hot topic. If you don't know about it, you can go on the internet, you can see all about it. But this is something that California gets every year. They get fires, but these fires have been immensely and vastly larger than what California has been used to. They're getting ready to say that this is the biggest set of fires that LA County has ever seen in history. All right. And so there was this lady that was in this, she was shooting this video, right? And understand, these ain't just houses on fire. These are whole neighborhoods, whole complete areas that are being engulfed in flames. And she's trapped, all right? She's trapped in the middle of the street because all around her, there's houses on fire, there's trees on fire, there's brush and grass and all types of different things on fire. And there's no way for her to get out of this community. And she said something, which is partially why I titled this class the way I titled it. She said, God, please help me get out of here. Please help me get out of here. And on the video, when you go into the comment section, somebody said, if God was going to do something about these fires, don't you think he would have done them by now? And like I said, that's partially the reason why I named the class like this, because that's a good question. And it's a question that I understand why people ask. I'm an empathetic person. I can understand why you feel the way that you feel. That's what we're taught in the ISUPK, is to be empathetic. We can understand why people feel the way they feel. What I want y'all to understand is that the answer to the question, why doesn't God do something about the California fires, is because he started the California fires. Every year when the fires come on the news, the Most High is the reason why those fires are happening. And this year, the reason why these fires are so immense and so much more vast than they have been in the past is because the Most High is getting exceedingly angry with not only California, but the entire USA, which we, of course, understand, according to the scriptures, is Babylon. Now, I'm going to preface everything that I'm saying with this. And before I get into this class, I'm going to preface it with this. We don't glory in the death of anybody, right? So, like, for instance, right, there's some sister that I saw on TikTok. She's sitting somewhere in downtown LA with a bag full of clothes, and I think she had like a grocery basket or something like that with some other stuff in it, like all the belongings that she could take out of her house. We're not taking this stance that the Bible and the Most High caused these fires to spit in the face of any brother or sister that goes through something because of these fires. That's not the point. The reason why we take this stance and we understand why the Bible says what it says is because y'all have to understand the way that the Most High operates and why he operates that way. All right, so I'm prefacing all of the scriptures that I'm about to bring up. I don't want nobody coming to us and saying, well, my auntie Deborah died in one of them fires, or my uncle Sylvester, he died in or he lost his entire house. I don't really want to hear that. I understand, y'all can reach out to us and we can help you in any way possible, but that's not what this is about. You understand? So what we want to get into first, we're going to go into, and I'm going to pull it up on the screen for y'all so you can see it. Like I said, why doesn't the Most High do something about the California fires? Shalom, no crisis. So we're going to start off with, let's see. Let's go into Amos, the 3rd chapter, right? So the Amos, the 3rd chapter. All right. And we're going to start at verse 6. I just want to read this precept just to start off, all right? Here in a second, I'm going to pass the class to the officer over me. We'll read this first. We might get another scripture to it. All right. We're going to open up with Amos, the 3rd chapter, and the 6th verse. All right. Amos 3 and 6, it says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? That's the first part of this I want y'all to understand, right? Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Of course, the people are afraid when a trumpet gets blown in the city. That's what's happening right now. California being on fire is a trumpet that's being blown, and the people are afraid. They're making the TikTok videos about it. You understand? They're making all of these videos and all of these posts on social media talking about how afraid there are of these fires, and the people are afraid because of that trumpet being blown. Take it. All right. With that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest Officer Apaya.
Water. Get Where are you at?
I'm at Amos 3 and 6.
Slovakia. What are we touching on?
I was just going over the California fire.
Wildfires.
Yeah.
This is as bad as they say.
Yeah.
Slovakia, you like got the air on you, huh?
Yeah.
I give you that. You definitely give you that, man.
It's
Israel.
definitely as bad as they say though. They're saying it's the worst fires in LA County history.
Oh wow. I know they usually get fires though. I mean,
they do, but they say these been like a lot worse. It's thousands and thousands of acres.
They had a video of I guess it was a rich man. I was offering people like hundreds of thousands of dollars to go out there and firefighters, all that to protect his house.
Oh yeah,
so I know they were.
I know. Just heard about that. Yeah.
So you're at Amos what?
Amos 3 and 6.
Amos have the 3 verse 6. I get it on my phone. Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Saying like the brother I'm sure was touching on. Trumpet is being blown right now as we speak, man. Hey, what's crazy about it is too is there's no greater trumpet than a fire. I mean, a fire. Things like a fire, earthquake, what else? Tornadoes. I'm saying any what do you call those? Like Jurassic World catastrophes. You know what I mean? I could say I didn't know it was that bad. I saw a few videos, but it's one of I was on TikTok and I saw a few videos on them, and I didn't believe it. Let's keep it real with you. I didn't believe it. The reason being is, in the world that we live in today, everything looked overblown and over the top. You know what I mean? Right. So instead of people not be afraid, shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord hath not done it? I'm saying the Most High is doing that, right? The Most High is doing that, man. The Most High is bringing wildfires in California. It's like, let me get another precept right now. I think I have Slovakia. I know you jumped on already. I'm saying what? Sweat. Yeah, the Most High is bringing all those wildfires in California. The crazy thing about that is too, didn't they say California was going under? Right? I feel like I've been here for the past 10 years. They said California is going underwater, right? Oh, at this time, I'm sure they'll hope California go underwater. They put out some of that fire they have going on over there, So, Slovakia. Let me get In fact, if you can for me, I read it. Start from the top again. The Amos chapter 6. Amos 3 and 6, Slovakia.
The book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 6. Okay. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it?
Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? The Lord is the author of all things, right? Keep going from here.
Surely the Most High God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
And then the prophets are who? Prophets are the ISUPK, right? On the Commander General Yohana. They're the prophets. And I'm sure just like all the other brothers in the UPK, they're bringing out, they're in class, they're telling you like the Lord's doing these things. The ISUPK has been blowing the trumpet. Also, ISUPK has been blowing the trumpet for a minute now, right? They've been telling you that like this is the time that we're in. These are the last days, right? And because the people refuse to listen to the ISUPK, right? People I'm talking about specifically Black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Those are the only people the Most High required to keep the law, statutes, commandments, right? Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians refuse to yeet onto the Lord, right? Yeet onto the ISUPK. They too have to fall under these curses, right? These, like I said before, catastrophes. Get a quick second. Okay. How long class been going on?
Just 10, 15.
10. Okay, God, no sweat. I'm trying to get that precept of the Lord speak about it shall be hurricanes and all that. I mean, in that day,
Like earthquakes and
earthquakes and yeah, it's
You want Matthew 24?
that sound about right. Is it? Yeah, Matthew. Precept. Go ahead and get it from me. How do you trying to look up something else? It's not Matthew's, is it?
Matthew 24:7, where it talks about the famines and the pestilences.
Yeah. Go ahead.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom.
And that's another thing too, right? Even with all these fires going on, let's not act as if what we call that. Let's not act as if nations are not rising against nations as we speak, right? We're talking about China, we're talking about Russia, we're talking about NATO being the US, the UK, and numerous other countries, right? Even Ukraine. No, Slovakia. Ukraine is not a part of the NATO, right? That's the reason why they refuse to throw in all their aid, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So Ukraine is not part of the NATO, but NATO is, they're using them as what people call proxy wars, right? The general brought that out, right? They're using NATO as proxy wars, meaning that instead of fighting Russia head on, the US will use Ukraine and send aid to Ukraine and other countries to fight against Russia or to fight against a country that Russia stands with. So right, nation shall rise against nation, meaning the China, Russia, America, right, and NATO. Go ahead up.
And kingdom against kingdom.
And kingdom against kingdom, right? Going.
And there shall be famines.
They shall be what?
Famines.
They shall be famines, right? I know we can all agree with that. Look at the time that we're living in right now, right? Famines, right? Keep going.
And pestilence.
Speaking of that famine, you heard about the brother that was spraying like chemicals on the food out here? Yeah. I know that was valid until I seen the picture of the video of that brother, man, here in Arizona. The brother, he was Israel, right?
Yes, that's what he looked like.
He looked like he was, he's Israel, right? He was the brother was going around stores and spraying like, what was that, poison, right?
I think it was rat poison or something like that.
Was it rat poison?
Like rat poison or
thought something. It was either way, poison, right? He was spraying rat poison on the produce, like the fruits, the vegetables, in the grocery store, right? He was spraying on the food. He got arrested for it. You cannot tell me that's not Salaki. You cannot tell me that's not the time that we're not at the time of end, right? That pestilence, as the most I was speaking on, like the time that we're living in now. Go ahead and get it from me up. Keep going. I'm trying to look for something.
And man. Pestilences and earthquakes.
Pestilences and earthquakes, right? California is notorious for earthquakes. That's why I'm like, man, California got to have earthquakes. I'm sure a little fire. And not to mention, they get fires all the time, right up? California stay getting on fire. It's every at least during the summer, at least, right? California stay on fire. So I'm thinking like, man, it can't be that bad, right? It's a common thing for them. But as a brother's saying, and as I'm hearing now, it's worse than I even thought. Go ahead up.
In diverse places.
In diverse places. Go ahead.
All these are the beginning of sorrows.
All these are the what?
The beginning of sorrows.
All these are only the beginning, right? All these are only the beginning. Beginning of sorrows. Keep going.
Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you.
Then shall you be delivered up to be afflicted, and the Most High is gonna put you to death, right? Okay. Let me get Is it Malachi 3 and 6? Looks like Slocky. Hold that on that. Let me get another one first. Go ahead. You finish on that. Finish that for me, Slocky. Yeah, go ahead. No sweat.
And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
Ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. I'm saying the reason why they hate you so much, Black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, because the Most High, right? They hate the Most High. I had this white boy, man. So they were asking him. They're saying, "Hey, we heard you're an atheist." He goes, "Yeah, I'm an atheist. I believe in." He said some bullshit, Salakia, Valhalla, and I just remember the name Valhalla. I used to watch a show called The Vikings. I mean, I remember for a fact he mentioned Valhalla. He mentioned Freytes, and he worshipped Freytes and all them. And they asked him. They said, "So you trying to tell me if God come back today and say, listen, I am God, and He prove it to you, that you wouldn't still stand, you wouldn't start believing or stand with Him?" He goes, "Hell no." So he said, "All right, so if let's say the sky crack, right, or I'm using the term, I'm paraphrasing, the sky crack, right? They asked him the sky crack, and the angels come back, and you see they beaten. I mean, they're ready to wage war in every religion, right? Would you join hands with the angels, like of God, if they give you a chance?" He goes, "I never forget." He said, "Hell no, I will fight them with my brothers here, Valhalla. Well, I'll fight them to the death." I said, "Man, that's a perpetual hatred. That's the hatred of the Most High I was talking about. I'm saying that they have for the children of Israel, which all of that perpetual hatred come from is their hatred for the Most High, right?"
Right.
Read that last part again for me.
And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
He shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake, right? For the Most High's name's sake. Keep going.
And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another.
Man, you cannot tell me that's not the time that we're living in today. You cannot tell me, man. Cannot tell me, right? Ain't nobody hate each other like black people, right? Ain't nobody, and I mean nobody, ain't nobody can carry something against a brother like black people, like Hispanic people. Sloggy, I mean, like, so of course we say black, we're talking about all the tribes, right? Black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Ain't nobody hate each other like us, right? So the Most High said we're gonna be hated for His name's sake. They really hate you because they hate the Most High, right? Go ahead out.
And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many.
Many false prophets shall rise and deceive many. I mean, come on now, think about that. What's that Christian pastor name again that when the last catastrophe happened in Texas? TDJ, or he closed his church or something like that.
Joel Osteen.
Is that his name? It was a white, is a Edomite, right? Yeah, Joel Osteen. You cannot tell me that's not a false prophet. I was crazy. He's like, I heard he still got his church open today. Yeah. People still going, yeah? Even after all that, which means that, hey, if we look it up right now, I bet you that Joel Osteen, majority of his what do you call him? His congregation or his church members or what? Or what race of people? If you look it up, yeah, like I'm saying that's crazy, especially being out in Texas, right? You'd assume like, and Texas have so much Edomites too. I know it's filled with Edomites, but I know one thing: if it's filled with Edomites, then it's not gonna be filled with too much Black and Hispanic. Edomites like to go to different churches than Black and Hispanics. You can say whatever you want to say, right? That's a fact. Edomites do not like going to the same churches as Black and Hispanics. Let me get it's a specific. I cannot find it to the full love of me, man. So lock here.
Say Joel Osteen's church has a mix of Caucasian, Hispanic, and African American members with nearly equal numbers in each group. So
wow!
So that means Hispanics
and Black. Yeah, they make up the majority of his church, right? Black and Hispanics.
Black Hispanic would be the majority.
Is the majority of Joel Osteen's church. And what's crazy is even after he shut the doors on them, they're still, right? They're still willing to go to his church. And where did that happen? Is that in Texas?
Yeah, it's.
I mean, Dallas, right? Salaki, the city.
Houston.
Oh, it's in Houston. Yeah. You don't say, right? Blackity black Houston, not? You sure? Wow. Okay. So Joel Osteen, so black and Hispanics, right? Black and Hispanics is what make up Joel Osteen's church. Give me Joel 2 and 1.
Count us the book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain.
Blow ye the trumpets in Zion, right? And we'll do what?
And sound an alarm in my holy mountain.
And sound an alarm in his Most High's holy mountain. Most High said, blow the trumpets, right? That's once again, that's what ISUPK is here doing. We're blowing the trumpets to let you know that the time of end is here, right? Like we're living in the last days. Like this is it. This was a trumpet. This was what us blowing the trumpets. It's not a literal trumpet. It's us going out every day telling you, listen, you got to come into the truth. You got to start keeping the law, statutes, commandments. You got to start going to the Passover. You got to come in on the command of Jerry Yohana, right? In fact, Jerry Yohana has been telling all the other fake Israelite groups to do what? They have to come to the Passover. I think every Passover we said that, right, bro? Yeah, tell them you got to come to the Passover. You got to get under the ISUPK. You got to come back home, right? We've been telling everybody, right? We've been telling you to come back. The time of end is here. Once again, everyone refused, right? To listen to the trumpets being blown. Go ahead.
Let all of the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh.
Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. Right now, you cannot tell me California is not trembling right now. I want to get some stats on that. How many acres of land have been burnt so far? It's spread through. That fire spread through. Let's try to get that real quick. You cannot tell me. You cannot tell me, man, that California is not going through it right now. That inhabitants right now, that land is be trembling right now.
So it says as of January 10th, 2025, the recent wildfires in Los Angeles have burned over 29,000 acres of land.
29 what?
29,000 acres.
29,000. Once again, that's not 2,900. That's 29,000. Not 2,900. 29,000. He said over 29,000? Over 29,000 Salakia, right? Which means it's still even more than that. Acres of land is being burnt right now. I got to get that. See if you can get that story on Rich Man. See if I can get it right now. Maybe I could broadcast it. It was on World Star. I seen it.
Was it Rich? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was on World Star. He had said, see if I can get it right now. Salakia. Just bear with me. Salakia. Get it real quick. Oh my God. It said looters. It's another thing too. It said looters during the LA wildfire leads to 20 arrests, meaning people are, which I show you right there. That's a land in turmoil right there. Because you think a fire going on, right? Surely wouldn't have time to loot. The fire's here, it's about to kill you. But life is so hard in California, they're willing to risk even the risk in their own life. They're willing to risk for that extra what? Food, or it looks like a McDonald's they're raiding. Which means that the people are hungry, right? Homeless people. It says, oh man, I'm trying to get the one right now. Here it is right here. Let me see if we can get it right here. It says LA millionaire slammed for offering any amount for private firefighters to protect his mansion in, what do you call that?
Pacific Palisades.
Palisades. Where's that at?
It's like off of the coast of LA.
Oh, really?
It's all pretty much LA.
Yeah. Okay. Right here. Look that up. Man, when I seen that, man, I started dying, man. Like, cannot be serious, man. Can't be serious.
I got his post right here if you want me to read it.
Yeah, go ahead.
So this was posted on X or Twitter. Does anyone have access to private firefighters to protect our home in Pacific Palisades? Need to act fast here. All the neighbors' houses burning. We'll pay any amount. Thank you.
Esau is willing to. He said, "We'll pay any amount," which means that a man is desperate, right? The man is desperate. He said, "We'll pay any amount, so long as you come and protect his house." And what's crazy about it, you think if you have the money, why are you getting upset at him for? I'm assuming that's something you want to do, right? You want to protect your home. I don't see why they would get upset at him for wanting to protect his home. Yeah, I don't see why they would get upset at that brother for wanting to protect his home, man, or that Slacky, that devil, for wanting to protect his home. Once again, that's to show you the time that we're in right now, right? That the land is in what? Read it again for me, up.
Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble.
Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. Like, they're trembling right now. He's trembling. A millionaire, man. You swear, like, isn't there certain precaution you can take to protect your home before that wildfire, like, get to where it gets to? I would assume, right?
Yeah.
I would assume there's something they have that can these millionaires can pay for. You think it's been happening for all these years now? Like, you cannot tell me that there's not something out there that you could take to make sure, like, when that time happens, like, your house is protected. Which means that ain't nothing at all, you know what I'm saying, that they can do to stop the Most High's judgment. That's all that tell me.
So, like,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, that's like the scriptures even say when Christ returns, they're gonna try to hide in the mountains, and that's not gonna save them either. Like, all of these billionaires with all this money, they got these damn nuclear bunkers.
Yeah.
All of those things. They think that because they spent hundreds of millions of dollars on building these bunkers, that's gonna save them from the nuclear raft that's coming, but it's not. Just
right.
Like this cat. So
no, yeah. The brother saying is so true, man. It's nothing that can stop the Most High's judgment from coming to him, right? But these people, they have earned what they have got. They have earned the wrath of the Most High, right? They have earned the wrath of the Most High, man. Once again, like I said before, Joel Osteen, right, with all the money he has, right? Meaning Joel Osteen, he closed down his church doors from poor people coming through, right? He closed down his church doors from poor people coming through. Like, false prophet, man. I'm trying to get a video. Look at this. See, this one I seen at first. I didn't think it was real, right? I was like, man, that's AI. That don't look real to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't look real to me. See if you can find.
That might not be, but
when I seen that, I'm like
that though. It looks just like that.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Worse than that. Like, if you
yeah, let's see if we can get. See, like, this look a little more realistic to me right here, but even then,
that's it.
I don't know.
That's how that's Palisades right there.
What?
And that's so that dude that was trying to get his house saved.
Yeah,
it's in that same area. The whole city, or that area, town, whatever you want to call it, looks just like that. Except now it's done burning because there's nothing left to burn, so it's all rubble. It looks like Baghdad. Like, it looks like Iraq right now. It's that bad.
Hey, man. Hey, Barakatah house, man. Hey, it's a lot. Hey, you just gotta thank the Most High for this. You know what I mean, Israel, you gotta give the Most High a round of applause for that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's for you. The Most High is doing that for you. That's real.
That's inside somebody that's like stuck in their house.
Nah, see, that look like AI to me. Maybe
that's their house. And half these cats are so rich they don't want to leave their house, but
damn, you're so rich. You think you'll fly out, right? Damn, buy another house. You know what I'm thinking of? All their inheritance is in that house, huh?
Yeah,
that's what it is, right? These heathens, all their inheritance is in that house, and that's why they're willing to go down with that house, right? It said, my Rev just sent me a message. She's saying that the insurance companies dropped people from having coverage from the fire. Oh my God. Tell me that ain't so.
Yeah.
What?
State Farm specifically about 6 months ago dropped specifically
As
people in that
wildfires
area.
continue to rage in California,
What?
one estimate says the insured losses are already at least $20
Send me a video
billion.
right here.
For
Saying
Brianna
I don't
Navarro,
believe
the
it.
loss is
Send me a
incalculable.
video.
She loved her family.
She believes her grandmother, Arlene Kelly, perished at their home in the Eaton fire.
I thought she would be like 99, just walking around.
Their house of more than 40 years burned to the ground.
Are you worried as you rebuild that you won't be able to get
40 years. You know what that means? That house is in the family.
Yeah.
That house is in the family. Right? I mean, my goodness. You see what they're going through, right? And the Most High is doing that for you. What's crazy is Salakia. As the Most High said, this is only the beginning. Right up? It's only the beginning. You've seen nothing yet. You've seen nothing yet, man. Also, that's the crazy thing about it is too. Like I said, I seen California have so much fires. I'm like, ain't no way. Look, because today is like computers and shit. Everything is AI today, man. So I didn't believe it. But that's crazy, man. Let me get Matthews 5 and 6 up. You can for me. In fact, let me get Psalms 111 and 10 first. Right? Because in this time, Psalms 111 and 10. Because in this time, the only thing that could save you in this time is wisdom, right? That's the only thing that could save you in this time is wisdom. You know what I'm saying? And when I say save you, I'm talking about Black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Because the other nation, their judgment is already written in stone. Like it is what it is. It's going to happen. It's only inevitable. But for us, the only way to be saved now in this time that we're living in now and to be excluded from these judgment coming out from the other nation, if you don't want to catch that wrath, is you have to be wise, right? Let's get the wisdom.
The book of Psalms, chapter 111 and verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
The what?
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom, right? It's wise to be afraid of the Most High in this time. So wise thing to do is to be afraid. Hey, you know what's crazy, y'all? I always tell everybody, man, see, when you're young and you're living free and you have no fear, you're not dangerous then. I always tell people, you're not dangerous then. Like, as I get older, I'm starting to realize having the right fear, that's what makes you dangerous. Especially in ISUPK, we teach that what? If somebody fear the Most High in here, God will fight your battles for you. Ain't nothing worse than the Most High fighting your battles for you, right? So that's true fear, right? That's true danger right there, right? That's when you're truly dangerous. It's when you fear the Most High. When you come to ISUPK and develop a fear of the Most High and keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, that's when you truly fear. Give me the other one now. Care for me?
Keep going on it.
Yeah, keep going. Finish it. Yeah, finish it for me first.
A good understanding have all they do his commandments.
A good understanding is all they that do his commandments, man. All they that do his commandments have a good understanding, right? Jim, now give me
You want Matthew now?
yeah.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5,
Verse 6.
6 and
Yeah, 6
the
and
book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 6. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness.
Blessed are they that do hunger and thirst after righteousness. Anyone that come into the ISUPK can vouch for this. Anyone that come into the ISUPK can vouch for this. Everyone remember the hunger you had. I mean, searching for the truth. I mean, the trooper days, Slocky, the young man days.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The days where every day, day in, day out, you get up for this. You know what I'm saying? Passing out flyer days. You being chased out of venues for passing out flyers. You know what I mean? So you can't come back here. So what do? You go back there the following week, right? Or you go back there in a couple of days, right? Every brother in the ISUPK can vouch for that. You know what I'm saying? It said, blessed are they that seek that, right? Every brother in the ISUPK. Every brother in the ISUPK, right? That can also vouch for that in today's time, today. You know what I'm saying? Because all this do for us is things like wildfire, wars. All I do for the righteous man is what? Anybody, what does that do for the righteous man? Right? Imagine you a man that say that, listen, the Most High is going to kill you for what you're doing. The Most High is going to destroy these other nations, right? You're going on the streets and you're preaching these things. And then when you see it start happening, what does that do for you? It encourages you, right? It encourages you. It lets you know that, see, the Most High is fulfilling what he say. It's coming to pass what he said he would do. So these are the things that the men of the Lord rejoice for in this time, right? Let me get Ecclesiastes 26 and 4.
The book of Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiasticus.
Yes, God.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26 and verse 4. Whether a man be rich or poor.
Whether a man be what?
Rich or poor.
So whether you're living in California, whether you're rich or poor, because the rich in California, they want to exclude the poor, right? They don't give a damn about the poor. You know what's crazy about that millionaire saying that how they is in California? Because they Edomites, they're just as racist as the right wing. In fact, I said they're more racist to me, you know what I mean? Because they're the ones that want to be your friend, right? They're the ones that want to like deceive you. It's crazy as that. If it wasn't for these wildfires, they wouldn't want any black and Hispanics to go near their home. But now they need help now. They want to send you in the line of fire, right? You in the line of the Most High's judgment, to have you standing between the Most High's judgment and their home, or risk your life, right? Right. For them now. Go ahead, up.
Whether a man be rich or poor, if he have a good heart toward the Lord, he shall at all times rejoice with a cheerful countenance.
Whether a man is rich or poor, if he has a good heart, he will rejoice. He's going to be happy. You won't have no problems. You won't have no issues, right? Can't say no problems. You won't have any, what we call that? You won't have any, he won't have any, what's today's date?
Today's date?
Yeah.
January
9th, right? He won't have any January 9th, 2025, the white man's day. He won't have any California fires, right? Like it. He won't have to reap the curses of these other nations, man. If you have a good heart, right? Let me get 2 Timothy's 1 and 7.
The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 1 and verse 7. For God hath not given us the spirit of fear.
For God hath not what?
Given us the spirit of fear.
Who have God not given the spirit of fear?
Us.
I just read it. I mean, Most High don't give the good man, right? The righteous man, the spirit of fear. That's the reason why everyone say, like, damn. I never forget. Somebody said to me, it's a while back. Somebody said to me, like, hey, so you be going on the streets and you be saying all that? You're not afraid? Like, Arizona's like they carry guns in Arizona. I forget. Like, so the phone, I said to him, I said, well, how could you say that? I said, remember all the stuff that we used to do? They carry guns too. The ops carry guns too. We weren't afraid to do that. You know what I mean? That's what's crazy about it. Like, you know what I mean? He's like, well, you're right about that. I'm like, think about that. I'm like, look who you are. You're not afraid of that? But you know what? You know what's crazy, Yak, is something every time I go out in the street, I always say, black and Hispanics. What makes a lot of black and Hispanics cowards is they truly despise the white man. They truly do. Right? How you know you do is because black and Hispanics in this time, they're mourning. You just rejoice in you being a slave in this nation. You should rejoice in it if you really care about them, because the so-called white man, he's ruling this nation. He's the reason why you're in captivity. He's the reason why your life is so hard. So if you love him, you would just be as a dog would, right? The dog gets to sleep outside, whether it's winter or summer. He gets to sleep outside, and he still loves his master the same. Be that way. You're complaining and crying, as they say in this nation, because you know good and damn well you don't like the condition you're in. So you really despise this man for having the condition you're in. But you would join hands with him out of fear. That's why I always say Black and Hispanics are cowards because they join the white man out of fear. It's kind of like the saying that if you can't beat them, join them, right? Their fear for their oppressors is the reason why they do the things that they do. They refuse to speak up. That's the reason why he said to me, what? He said, ain't you afraid? Like, what are you talking about, bro? They're trying to kill you. Don't forget, they're trying to kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that you could sit here and ask me, am I afraid? I should be saying it to you, are you afraid? If that's the case, then you're not afraid. Or maybe you are afraid. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if you're not afraid, then how can you then say, shouldn't I be afraid? I mean, it's kind of oxymoron, man. You got any more for me on that?
Right. But of power and of love and of a sound mind.
So read from the top for me again, Slakia.
For God have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind.
And a sound mind, right? Sound mind. The Most High make us have let me get Mark 13:7 up. I want to touch a little bit into the wars, man, that's going on, right? So, as everyone know, China is planning on invading Taiwan, right? And the reason why that's significant in today's time is because Taiwan has a pact or ties with the U.S. But that's not what make this so intriguing. What makes it intriguing is because, see, a story. So it was a so-called white man, right? He said to me, I said to him, I said, hey, let me ask you a question. So let's say the U.S. fall tomorrow, and Caucasian people, right? From the Asians, all these other nations despise Caucasian people. And you have to be under the oppression that Black people is under. What would you do? He said verbatim, he said, before that happened, he said, if it was up to me, meaning I had the power, I said, yes, you have the power. He says, we would never lose that war. Meaning us white people would never lose that war. I said, what do you mean? He says, we all will lose that war because everyone will be dead. I'll press the button and he looked me dead in my eyes. He said, and I know he was real because I know a thing or two about real, right? He looked me dead in my eyes and he said, I will press the button and I will kill everyone on the face of this earth. Every babies, I'll kill everyone on the face of this earth. I said, even yourself, yeah? I kill myself, my kid, I kill everybody. I said, all because your people won't rule anymore. Looked at me and said, yes. I said, well, don't you think it's fair for you got a chance to rule? Shouldn't we get everybody else got a chance to rule? Shouldn't it be the Asians' turn? You think it's only fair? He said, no. And that's interesting. That's interesting. The reason being is because right now, right, U.S. is China is planning on invading Taiwan. Why they want to invade Taiwan? They want to invade Taiwan for the chips, right? Because the future war coming up is there'd be a war of what do you call that? Like not so much technology, but it's a what do you call it? Like drones, and I guess you call it technology war, right? That's how the war would be fought, technology, right? And of course, resources will always be a thing, but so they plan on invading Taiwan. The U.S. wants to stop them from doing that, right? Wants to discourage them from invading Taiwan. So they put ships. U.S. have ships, and they send their navy, tons of navy in what's that sea called? That South China Sea. That's the name of it. So what China did was China upped its military, right? And specifically its navy. China has the largest navy. To show you how time of change, while the U.S. was worried about the most, I say, terror shall make them afraid. U.S. is fear, their fear was terror back in 9/11. China took advantage of that, right? What China did was China invest in its navy. China has one, if not the largest navy right now in the world, right? Surpassing the US. China's economy, right? With the BRICS, meaning Brazil, Russia, India, and China, they wanted to create their own currency, right? They call it the BRICS, and they want to go look it up. And South Korea, Slovakia, S at the end, South Korea. Now, what's crazy is, read that from me out before I say it. Read that one you got for me.
Mark chapter 13 and verse 7. And when you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
When you shall hear of what?
Wars and rumors of wars.
You shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, right? In the Middle East, the same thing, right? In the Middle East, they talking about what is it? Iran and Palestine, is it?
Right now? Oh,
it's
Israel and Palestine.
Yeah, Israel and Palestine, yes, but Palestine is backed by Iran, I thought, if I'm not mistaken, right? I'm gonna try to see if I get that. Read that for me again.
The book of Mark, chapter 13 and verse 7. And when you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be, but the end shall not be yet.
When you hear wars and rumors of wars, ye not be afraid. Talking about the men of the Lord, right? The men that keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. It says Islamic Republic. Yes, so it is Iran and Palestine, are allies, right? Iran and Palestine are allies, and they're promising to back Palestine. So there was a terrorist attack on. Remember the one it was in Israel. It was the one that happened like overnight. It was like some concert they were having or something like that. You remember that? It was a concert they were having in Israel, and a bunch of people died. Let's see if I can get that. It was a terrorist attack. Terrorist.
You talking about the NAVA Music Festival 2023? A couple years ago?
Was that where was it at?
It was in Israel.
Yes. That's the one.
Yeah, October 7th, 2023. It was only like 15 months ago.
That has to be the one. The Nova, right? It's called Nova?
Yep.
Yeah, October 7th, 2023. Yep, that's the one right there. Yep, just right here. Yeah, so they said the story was, the backstory behind that is Iran aided Palestine to do that, right? So when you hear these things, once again, there's nothing more joyful than a man of the Lord to hear about the things that he's been going on in the streets and talking about coming to pass, right? Go ahead and read that from the top again for me. Wars and rumors of wars.
The book of Mark, chapter 13, verse 7. And when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be, but the end shall not be yet.
But the end shall not be yet. Give me Luke 21 and 24.
The book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Till the time of the what?
Of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Till the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. When will that time be fulfilled? I mean, no one know the time.
Once the white man is done being
Once,
power.
right? Once specifically that nation of people over there that's in Jerusalem right now, once they seeks to exist, right? That's when we know like that time is. Of course, no one know the time of the hour, the minute. You know what I mean? But how we know it's close is these wars and rumors of wars, right? Give me Amos 9 and 8, right? So what I find extremely interesting about Taiwan is, so these chip making plants, man, the that the U.S. is investing in. So here's what China promised. Here's what China promised, right? China promised that no one can stop them from taking Taiwan. That they would what's it called? They would reconnect or some word they used. They would reestablish, yes, that territory. Because China believes that people in that land in China believes that Taiwan was once theirs. That's no different than people in Palestine believes that that land is theirs, right? If that makes sense, to give some context. Yeah. So they said no one can stop them from reconnecting with Taiwan, right? They need it for their what do you call it? For their survival, right? Go ahead up.
The book of Amos, chapter 9 and verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Most High God are upon the sinful kingdom.
The eyes of the Most High God is upon the sinful kingdom. What sinful kingdom it is? America, right? It goes into everything we're talking about, right? Goes into the so-called white man and his power, NATO, America, hell, even the Chinese, man. You know what I mean? But specifically, we're talking about that dragon, right? Being America, not Babylon, right? Most High's eyes upon the sinful nation. How do you know? Once again, wildfires are burning California to piss, right? That's how you know the Most High's eyes are upon this nation. Because the Most High tell you in the Bible that nothing happened without his doing, right? Without him pulling the plug on it. Him saying, like, you know what? Go do that and send the angels out to do that thing, right? Go ahead, up.
And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
I will destroy it off the face of the earth, right? The Most High is going to destroy America off the face of this earth. So what China's saying, China know there's nothing America can do to stop it. There's nothing America can do to stop it, man. There's nothing this power can do to stop it. Donald Trump, he heard what a new thing he's saying now, right? He wants to bring Canada in. Man, Salakia.
It's like some world domination.
Hey, the one that I do like about Trump, though, I'll say this. Trump talked that talk. We'll see if his action follows, right? Yeah. He talk a good talk, right? Trump says what? He said he promises to destroy the cartel, right? In Mexico. He promises to invade Mexico if he has to and destroy the cartel. Here's the only thing. For you to invade Mexico, Mexico would have to wage war. Right. Like Mexico then will wage war on the U.S. Right? So he wants to make Canada a 52nd state, which I thought a 51st state. Oh, you're saying because the U.S. that territory is 50 states. Okay, I see what you're saying. Because Canada and Alaska and yeah. Okay, no sweat. So he wants to make the 51st state on that land, right? In North America, in that land. He wants to make Canada 51st state. The only way for him to do that is what? He has to invade Canada. You heard what the Canadian, what do you call him? President, Prime Minister, whatever the hell. He said that's not gonna happen. He's talking as if the U.S. don't want to, they can't take it. The way he was talking, I mean, that's not gonna happen. I get it. He's trying to keep his citizens calm. You know what I mean? Believe not all what this man is saying. That's not gonna happen. Here, the truth of the fact is this: if the United States invade Canada, the United States then prolong the fall. When I mean by prolong, here's what I mean by prolong. Talking about the natural resources, right? You're talking about having the debt go away. That Canada, because U.S. give Canada how much money? Look it up for me. How much? Hey Google. How much money do United States give Canada a year?
Here's what I found.
Okay, fine. Hey Google. How much money do U.S. or Slovakia? I said it wrong. That's what it is. Hey Google, go ahead.
I heard this earlier. I think it's around $4 billion a year.
Yes, $4 billion, something like that.
$2 billion a year.
They give to
Canada.
To Canada.
Commerce and stuff like that.
You know what I mean? So they give Canada that. Not to mention the money Canada make off of the U.S. Meaning people from the U.S. going over to Canada, whether it's a vacation or concerts in United States. citizens going over there and having different concerts and tours and all type of, you know what I mean? So Canada makes money off the U.S., right? Trump wants to do away with that. He's like, why have them there? Have to give them all this aid. We can make them a part of the United States and be able to save that money. Hey, let me ask you a question. Anybody out there can answer this question for me. When somebody start talking like that about money and saving money, what does that mean? They're running low on money. They're running low on aid. They're running low on natural resources, right? Especially when America is not a big natural resources type of country. America is capitalism, right? They believe in business and somebody got to flip that burger. They believe in if it's cheaper overseas, send their company overseas and have somebody in Cambodia, building their chips rather than having their own American citizens building the chips and having to pay them more money. America is a land of greed. Absolute greed and me. When you have a society like that, man, it's impossible. It's impossible, right? To be able to say, oh, we're a nation of one. And that's where everyone say, man, people like the ISUPK, they're dividing the nation. I like for them to show me one of America ever been one, right? One of America ever been united. So for me, right, this when I was young, I was about, I was 7, I want to say. I think I was 7 when 9/11 happened. I was young, man. I don't even know. But yeah, about 7 or so. Yeah, like 6 or 7, one of them, when 9/11 happened. This is the unity that everyone talks about, right? With 9/11, they say 9/11, we were all together, right? We went to war. I would say I don't know about all that. I remember in New York and in Brooklyn, they were chasing Arabs down, beating them half to death, right? I wouldn't say you're united. Those Arabs were supposed to be American citizens. I wouldn't say that was unity then. I would say that I could have sworn it would not be in turmoil or conflict then, because America have Muslims or Islam here, but yet still they went to war against they waged war in Islam. So I wouldn't call that unity. But here's what they mean when they say we're united. What they mean is white America was united. Right. That's what they mean. Like, for instance, I'll give you another example. When they say the Great Depression, in the 20s, America went through a Great Depression. What they really mean was white America went through a Great Depression. The reason being is because during the Great Depression, there was thriving Black and Hispanic communities, right? Cities. So you can't say all America was going through the Great Depression, but what they really mean was white America was going through depression. Give you the last one, right? When they say America, when they say, oh, our children are hooked on drugs and hooked on these vapes, smoking vapes or whatever, right? When they're hooked on fentanyl and when they scream no bullying and all that, what they really mean is white children are hooked on that, not Black children. The reason being is Black children, that's a norm for us. We've been through that our whole life. We've been through that. I know kids in a Black community that's smoking weed at 9 years old right now. Right now, they're 9 smoking weed, right? They're 13, they're drinking. Jamaica, they're drinking, smoking weed, right? So they're taking drugs. So what I'm trying to say is, right now in South America, you have kids 10 years old, cocaine, sniffing cocaine, right before they send them out to go do something, take someone's life. They do a line of cocaine or shoot up or whatever it is to numb that pain or to get them that rush they need to get the job done, right? To get them that, you know what I mean? That, if you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying? To get that job done. So what I'm trying to say is when they say, oh, there's a drug problem, what they really mean is white America has a drug problem, not Black and Hispanic having a drug problem. Because if that's the case, then they'd have waged out war back in the 70s with crack, right? They'd have waged out war for us. I'm saying, so that's what the most I said is wars and rumors of wars, man. I show you that the time that we're living in, right? how the Most High is doing this, not only for the nation of Israel, he's doing this because he's saying what? Wickedness spread all throughout the earth, man. And the Most High cannot allow that. Give me Joel 3 and 12 up. Chapter 3, verse 12, Joel. Right? The Most High is doing this. He's doing this because the children of Israel is crying out, right? The ISUPK is crying out to the Most High that he brings his judgment swift and fast, right? Read that for me out.
The book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 12. Let the heathen be wakened.
Let the heathen be what?
Wakened.
Be wakened. Right now, what they talking about right now, all the job sites, they talking about, man, I hope Trump go in there. It'll stop the war because Trump is going to be able to, he's cool with Putin. See if I'm right about this out here. Trump is cool with Putin, they friends, and he could stop the Ukraine war. First off, why would America care about stopping the Ukraine war? Why would Americans care about stopping the war in Ukraine? For two reasons. One, they feel they have to pay for it. Why does America feel like they're sending aid and all money out to Ukraine to pay for it? And two, this is the most important one, because there are white people dying. Right? Let's just say Putin attacked. Give me one. Putin attacked. Obviously they're allies, but Putin attacked Iran. Americans over here wouldn't give a damn. They'll say destroy him. We don't care for Iran anyway. That's those. It's like my language. That's so sand. You know what I mean? That's what they'll be saying. Let's say Putin would attack Ethiopia, right? Somewhere in Africa. They wouldn't give a damn, huh? They'll say, man, that's their war. Let them fight that war, man. We don't care about. In fact, they wouldn't even get no aid. America would not be going. What? America, these congressmen would be up in an uproar if they were sending all the money to them Africans down there or in the Middle East, them Arabs, right? Go ahead and read that for me.
The book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 12. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Meaning what? Trump cannot stop this. Trump is not going to stop the war that's coming, man. I promise you he won't. As much as white America wanted, Trump cannot save America from not entering a war that's coming. You know why? Because Russia will have to force their hand. But Mosai is doing it, right? Russia is going to invade Taiwan, and it's going to force America's hand into the war. And you know what will happen then? When that happened, mark my words, white America will come running to black and Hispanics to join that war. They'll come for your aid then. That's what the Mosai said, to gather yourself together, a nation, not desire. You're not supposed to be gathering with these other nations and fighting their wars. Makes no sense you're going to fight their wars. They don't give a damn about you. They don't give a damn about you. Right? Go ahead, Doc.
For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
For there, the Mosai will judge all the heathen, right? Mosai saying he's going to judge all the heathen. He's gonna judge the heathen in that time that's coming. Salakia. Salakia, man, I'm feeling it right now, man. Salakia. So every that's crazy is I usually don't get sick, man. But you could hear it in my voice. I could feel it coming on, man. Heavy. The chills, I could feel it coming on heavy. So that's what's crazy about it. But at least I don't feel like I get sick like that. You know what I mean? But if you can't knock for me, let's close that. Give me gather yourself together, a nation not desire.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Gather together, O nation not desired. Every time I teach class, I always like to go over it. I always like to close class with this specific scripture here, man. For the most, I said to gather yourself together, a nation not desired. The nation that's not desired once again is the Black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High is calling on you to gather together. And where do He want you to gather? In the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
The ISUPK is where the Most High want Black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians to gather. I'm saying you must come back home. You must come back home. That's the only way you're going to save your life, save your children's life, save your wife. You know what I mean, your father, mother. That's the only way our nation is going to survive in its last days. You have to come back together because all the other nations, they're gathering themselves together. They're coming together. So it's very imperative that you understand in the time that we're in right now. Right? It's imperative that you understand that the time that we're in right now is time for nation to gather amongst nation. Black and Hispanic and Native American Indians, you must gather amongst each other. That's the only way we're gonna survive the time that's to come. I promise you, man. It won't happen any other way. On the command of Your Honor. Right? And ISUPK will continue doing this work. In about a month time, the ISUPK is looking to have the food drive. The food drive we have it's called the Ground Zero. We're looking to have Ground Zero up and active again, right? Having Ground Zero up and active again. ISUPK having about 10-day time, right? ISUPK will be having should be having food in our building. If you Black, Hispanic, or Native American Indian, hell, any nation out there, the ISUPK, we take care of everybody, right? But specifically Black and Hispanic and Native American Indians, right? Show how compassionate we are and that we're not a racist organization. When we go out there and feed the people, Parak, get me right on this, there be Africans that come through when we feed them. There be so-called white people come through when we feed them. What else? Everybody. I mean, every nation that come through, we feed them. Why? Because we're the righteous on the earth. That's the reason why the Most High say what? He created this world for our sake, for Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. He created this world for our sake. We're supposed to be the judge and the rulers on this earth. This world is in turmoil because we're not in power. That's why this world is in turmoil. I'm saying, and ISUPK, once again, I said we'll continue this work, man. And we're going to make sure the food drive is up and going again. So if you're Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, like we're going to have a date coming, specific date coming. You should have one by next week. In fact, I'm going to aim for Saturday, Sabbath service. Should have a date. The Proc, I'll give you the date up. Like we should be up and going again. I mean, we're gonna have food out there. We're gonna be in Ground Zero. Once again, Ground Zero is off of Jefferson and what again? It's between. I always get this. If you type in Ground Zero, man, you cannot miss it. Right? Ground Zero is where ISUPK would be at. We're gonna be on TikTok. Streaming that to give it to you. Exactly where we're gonna be at. Exactly where we're gonna be at and when we'll be there. I'm saying once again, with ISUPK, right? It's ISUPK Arizona. We're in ISUPK on a command and journey. Your Honor, my name is Officer Apayat, right? We're in Arizona. We got classes Tuesday through Friday. 7 o'clock typically it starts. So you want to get down here and get in class. And we got a Sabbath service at 11 a.m. on Saturday. And with that, I say shalom.